Oh hi, I didn't see you there. This is a YouTube video. This is my channel. Happy Halloween. What I've done this week is I have made doubles. Doubles are a Trini food. They consist of bara and chana. Bara is fried dough. Chana is chickpeas in a curry sauce. Please watch this video to the end and comment your height. Doubles are a Trini food. But I'll get more into that later. Right now, I'm only going to be making the bara because I already have the jam. This is my 5th time making doubles, so bit of an expert. But here are the things you're going to need. First of all, slippers. You don't want to walk around in the kitchen barefoot because, I don't know, what if there's glass or something? I don't know what kind of kitchen you have, but me, glass is always a possibility. Glass is a possibility everywhere that you go. Don't trust anybody. Socrates. These are the ingredients that you're gonna need. Ingredients. You want a third of a cup of warm water. But I find that's a lie. You should do just slightly above room temperature water because you don't want to kill the yeast. The yeast can be dead. That's a thing. First thing first is to check to make sure the yeast is alive. My yeast, it's alive. I'm showing it to another camera, not to you. I'm showing it to another camera, not to you. Because then if your yeast is dead, then you have to throw everything away. And that's a waste of money. And we live in a capitalist society. Step 2, make sure you're wearing slippers. You can wear other shoes, I just don't recommend it. Yes, again, slightly above room temperature water and your sugar and your yeast all in there. You let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes. If it is bublicating, it means that it's working and everything is blessed and you're gonna live a good life and someone's thinking about you. And Bill Clinton is hard somewhere. But if it's not, it means Bill Clinton is soft and you can't cook with it. Easy way to remember flour is that it looks like powder, right? So like this. Is it, for doing the dishes or, laundry? No, it's for cooking. But I can understand if you've made that mistake. I don't have a half teaspoon, but what I did was I used my 1/4 teaspoon twice because you can't always get a half spoon. So you have to improvise in life. And I know, some of you, like Akini Glasgow, may have never thought of this. But that's what you have to do. I have a teaspoon. And this is it. But also, you could do this 4 times if you want. This is a 1/4 teaspoon. It's up to you. It's whichever you prefer. I don't think I'd be good at disassembling bombs because the pressure would get to me significantly. Now these measurements don't have to be exact. If it's a little bit more than 2 cups, you will live. No one's gonna die if it's more than less. Less than more than that, or more than less if it's not that amount. Feet away, because you're walking and those are stumps. And then on the end of those stumps, you have more stumps, which is feet. And on the stumps of your stumps, you have a next set of stumps, which is toes. And then the people who see these stumps with their stumps, and they get hard. And I don't believe in God, so I can't chalk it up to that. That's 1/4. A little bit less than 1/4. And I'm in a French household at the moment. Don't think, oh no, French people are a myth. They lost both world wars and that kind of stuff. Yes, they did lose both world wars fast, but they exist. I was told by my biology teacher, I think, that you need the stumps on the stumps of your feet, your toes, to balance, especially your pinky toe. Otherwise, you're falling down all over the place. But it could have been a movie. You need a wooden spatula. Because you have to stir this. It should always say 1 teaspoon, otherwise just guess which one seems about a teaspoon size. And what's the worst thing that happened? Someone dies, I guess. Someone dies. If you look here, you can see me put in turmeric in the bowl that I'm gonna use to make dough. You have all this in the bowl, stir it, right? Or combine it, as it says on my recipe book. Also, please don't ask me what recipe this is, because I don't have any idea what recipe this is. I'm trying to get the YouTube algorithm to be on my dick that sort of way, and I don't know what it will take for her to like me. But I don't know. I would like it to be. I would appreciate that. After I've combined all these things, water. Alright, so you pour it into there. A little bit more than a third. So fine, perfect, beautiful. Mix that all together, but with your hands. Have a cloth of some sort on hand to dry your hands and shit. Because this is where you start mixing it all together. If you follow what I'm doing and you try it yourself, man, it could be nice. I think life is about trying them things which could be nice. You know, cocaine? Maybe. Too much cocaine? No. DMT? Yes. Before the age of 24, 25. This right here, the consistency will be like this for a little bit. What you're doing is just trying to get your dough all together, all in one piece. That's what I'm trying to do. But you're gonna need to add about another third cup, sometimes up to another half cup. It depends. You have to add dough as you see fit. This is where your own intuition and decision making comes in place. These are never areas where I have shone, you know, my decision making, quick thinking, intuition, general cooking skills, will to live, friendliness, manners, intelligence, thoughtfulness. But what I do shine in is bright lights, I guess, or when I'm wearing neon clothing, which isn't something I do much. I think existence itself is quite paradoxical. The idea that we can never understand our purpose or why any person is alive is, I think, is a bit big-headed. Make sure and watch for when you have flour more than water. If you have flour more than water, then no, water more than flour. I don't know. Point is, if it's watered down, it's a problem. So if anything, just add a little bit more flour. Discretion, ineptitude at basic tasks. Other buzzwords: commercialism, critique, quarterly interest rates. You know, these kind of things. I would say existence is just, getting by every day at a time. Every day that you don't kill yourself, that's a good day. You can set yourself a higher standard, and I certainly do. And I have a lot of self-loathing and beat myself up and set standards for myself that I don't think I'll ever meet. But that's okay. I've not killed myself yet. The most important thing to do is celebrate victories. Don't always be focused on the next thing. Because what's the point of life? And I understand you have to have a drive and you have to have goals and targets and that kind of stuff. But doing all of those things and setting yourselves these targets, in doing that, how do you make sure to enjoy what we have as a relatively short existence? I don't know if it's possible. And when you look at people who are typically defined as successful, Jeff Bezos, that fucker, Steve Jobs, people who are rich, people who are wealthy in a sense of physical money. I don't know how satisfied they are with their own life. Probably not very, because they've fallen into this perpetual state of chasing a next achievement, chasing more money. And all money is paper or a number. The actual, for me, the thing that we actually have is existence and time we have with people. So I don't think it's always the best thing to do to, watch Love Island in lockdown or quarantine. But if it's making you feel happy, go on and do it. I will say that you probably aren't ever going to remember, oh, this one time I watched Love Island on my own. But what you might remember is learning French on. But I think they're cool. Get outside more, because nature is cool. I don't like spiders. Spiders are very scary to me. I must have some kind of arachnophobia. Most definitely. Dua's memory. This is exactly what I said in this. I just didn't like the way I said it, and I have the right to record over that. This is what you should be getting. About on my palm side with the dough. In about this. This is how big it is. That's how big you're looking at. That's how big you're looking at. When you get into the end, you know, when the dough feels like a good consistency, you can throw it in the air like it's a pizza. You can hate yourself. You can repeat the joke and wonder, this is just, what's the point of it all? Spread the dough, right? So what you do towards the end. If you've never seen The Sopranos, put it in the bowl. What you're gonna do next, this is the tricky part, is you're gonna get a cloth. It has to be damp, but not soaking wet. You are leaving this to wait for at least 40 minutes, because the dough has to rise. If you're in a hot country, put it in the sun, or if it's nighttime, put it in the bathroom, close the windows, turn on a light. If you're in a cold country, put it in the microwave. So this microwave, after that has sat for 40 minutes, is you're gonna punch it. That's the most fun part of making it. Not too hard. Yes. This is the dough. That's how much you want. And it's gonna collapse. Right, and the dough is gonna be about twice the size that it was before. After you do that, tear it into 8 separate pieces. Those pieces, they should be about equal size, all circle. Get some vegetable oil. Get a big pan, like so. Right, and you're gonna cover about the bottom and a little bit in vegetable oil. Enough that the piece of dough can get some. You want to flatten them out. You want your bara to be about this big. Then you are frying them in the pan. Only first that for 10 seconds or until there should be a bubble that comes out of the dough. Until that bubble fills out. But at least 10 seconds. But no more than 13. Then on the other side, it's gonna be 10 seconds. So you're just counting. It's not that much counting if you don't like maths, and you can stick once you know up to 13, and you can count the whole time. So this isn't for intellectuals who read Hegel. Is it going to be, you know, sauce doubles or UE doubles? No, of course not. You're making it in your own kitchen. But is it gonna be nice and edible? Will you feel some serotonin? Maybe. And as always, I have nothing else to say on that topic.